Shalom, shalom. I'm Mariah Allah coming at you with another lesson straight out of the Lion's Den camp of Yasha Allah. But before I get started with this lesson, I would like to give all praises to the Heavenly Father in the name of His only begotten Son in their proper true names. And we're going to start off by saying Kal, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ha, Rakah, Kudash, Ma'amath. Definitely want to give double honors to the apostles of GMS and their elders. Definitely want to give double honors to my elder, Ahar Wam, Banyasal of the Lion's Den camp, located right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Shalom to the sincere men, women, and children that believe in sincerity on the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. Again, I'm Mariah Allah coming at you with another lesson. All right, and this lesson is going to be about America's downfall and the destruction that's coming to this place. All right. And how the Lord is going to deliver His elect out of this place because of this place wickedness, man. You know, this place has to be purged with fire, right? And He's doing it for His name's sake, man. You know. So when I read this article today, when I came across this article today, the first precept came to my mind was Jeremiah 50:13. All right, but the article reads, it says, map reveals the 13th most radioactive places on Earth, including Chernobyl, right? So America would end up being the 14th, place, right? So, the first, like I said, the first precept came to my mind was Jeremiah 50:13, and I'm going to grab it real quick so we can, this is Jeremiah 50:13. And it reads, because of the Lord's wrath, because of the wrath of the Lord, Yahweh shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon, right? And this place is spiritually known as Babylon, Egypt, Nineveh, Sodom and Gomorrah, right? All of those wicked kingdoms spiritually are back in America today. And this is why the Lord has a major indignation against America and the Idumeans who run this place, man, all those false idols and all that hatred stems out of the bloodline of Esau, man. Esau's main goal was to basically destroy the earth, right, spiritually and physically as much as possible. So this back at Jeremiah 50:13, it says, everyone that goeth by Babylon, right, which is America today, shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Now in the NLT, that was in the KJV, in the NLT, it says, verse 13, because of the Lord's anger, Babylon will become a deserted wasteland. All who pass by will be horrified and will gasp at the destruction they see there. Right, so, and when I was going through this article, it's like one of the pictures I seen. This is not really a good example of what America's going to look like, because America's going to be turned into a lake of fire, and this place is going to be flattened because this place is prophesied to get hit with 200 million warheads, man, right, which are in ICBMs, right, and that's a lot that's going to pretty much just wipe this place out, man, right, so you won't really see none of the trees standing like that, and Ferris wheels, like all that stuff gonna be flattened, man. Now it will be stuff, maybe like one or two trees left, but not like this, because this was just like a power plant that exploded, right? And not 200 million warheads falling out of the sky, right? Because that would flatten things. All right. But right below this picture, it says the area saw higher than normal rates of some cancers and other diseases, and a high death rate in those who cleaned up the site. This has, and see, that's going to be the job for Esau during 8,000 years, man, right? Cleaning up all that shit that all the pollution they have brought upon the earth, right? This has also led to some animals in the area mutating and adapting quicker by developing cancer-resistant cells, right? So this is why the scriptures goes into only thing that's going to be left in America is basically swamp creatures, man, right? Things that I can adapt to harsh environments, man, all right? So like, I didn't mean to do that. All right, but yeah, and then in the article, it just goes on to show more places, more accidents, basically, some explosions, you know, just like what happened with Fat Boy and Little Man when they dropped the bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? But America will make this list, though, man, you know. So let's go back to Jeremiah 50, man. We're going to start off at 1, and we're going to go down to about verse 15, all right? This is Jeremiah 50 and 1, and it reads, "The word that the Lord Yahweh spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye among the nations, and publish and set up a standard, publish and conceal not. Say, Babylon is taken, Baal is confounded." Right? These are idols. Marduk is broken in pieces. It says, her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. Right? And that's being done today, man, as the elect are waking up out of idolatry, man. You know, turning back to the Father, worshiping, calling on the proper true names, repenting, right? Following law, statutes, commandments to the best of their ability. Right? They're, you know, washing their hands of this place, man. You know how the saying goes, man. You know, your parents, you know, when they say I wash my hands of you, basically saying that I'm done with you, you know. They don't want no more parts of it. And that's what 2/3 of our people, the elect of our people today are doing, right? So like it's verse 3, it says, "For out of the north," right, talking about Russia, yeah, right, Ezekiel 38, the Lord is raising, has hooks in the jaws of Putin and raising up Russia, right, as he has become the president of the BRICS nation. You know, he has rose up Russia and China and all the surrounding nations, right, to basically go up against America and the state of Israel, right, to completely destroy America, right, through ICBM nuclear warfare, and to also attack the land of Israel as well with nuclear destruction. All right, but Israel won't be completely destroyed, but America will. All right, it says, "For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her," Russia, "which shall make her land desolate, Gog and Magog, and none shall dwell therein. They shall depart, both man and beast. In those days and in that time, saith the Lord Yahweh, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together," right? The northern and southern kingdom, right? The two candlesticks being brought back together through the Arab slave trade and the Atlantic slave trade, right? Back to the place of judgment and salvation, right here in America, right? This is why most of the Israelites are here, right, for that day of judgment and that day of deliverance, right? The ones that's saved out of the destruction of America, right, are the ones that'll be part of the first fruits, man. Right? Lord willing, I'm part of that number, be part of the 144 elect, man, hope for elect. It says, "In those days and in that time, saith the Lord Yahweh, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek the Lord Yahweh, their power. They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, Come and let us join ourselves to the Lord Yahweh in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten." All right, and you see the people doing that today, spiritually come out of that mindset, right? Spiritually breaking the chains of darkness, man, off of their la'ab, right? Turning back to the Son who leads us to the Father, man. You know, it says, "My people have been lost sheep," right? It says, "Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place," right? Israel has forgotten their resting place because of all the idolatry that was in our nation. Us listening to false prophets and teachers, them leading us to a ditch for us to be destroyed, right? Going into those churches, going into false Israelite camps like IUIC, right? Nate, who says that the MOTB is sin, and just even dealing with the Sabbath is the full moon and not the new moon, when the scriptures clearly says the new moon multiple times. So that their vibration is off. They can't even set up the feast days properly, you know. So it's, that's matter of fact. Let's grab Jeremiah. It's at 14. It's lucky, y'all. My stomach is a little 14. Jeremiah 14. And yeah, so Jeremiah 14 and 13, and it reads, Then said I, Lord God, behold, the prophets say unto them, Ye shall not see the sword, neither shall ye have famine, but I will give you assured peace in this place. All right, so even just like dealing with the jab, right, the icky vicky, right, it was Israelite camps out there saying, go ahead and take it. It's not going to, if you do what you got to do, just, I believe they also said something about us not having to see Jacob's trouble. It's not going to be that we're not going to have to really go through Jacob's trouble. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe I've heard that come out of the IUIC camp before, right? It says, Ye shall not see the sword, right? Jacob's trouble, neither, destruction as a whole. Neither shall ye have famine, right? And we're going through famine now, right? As inflation is high, eggs are going up in prices due to certain pestilence. The bird flu that hit the second biggest egg producing company in America, right? But I will give you assured peace in this place, man. Right? As we just read in Jeremiah 50, we have no resting place, man. We have forgotten our resting place, right? Because our resting place is in the Shemayim's right now, right? So where is our kingdom, right? We have to have a king to have a kingdom, and our king is in the Shemayim's right now in the heavens, man, sitting on the right hand of the Father, right? But our kingdom won't be built, right? Well, it's being built spiritually now, right? But it won't be physically built until Yahweh Shah show up, right? It says, verse 14. So basically going into those small hatters, claiming that they rebuilding the temple and that the Messiah has come back, right? They will be destroyed in their lies and their wickedness, man. All that's false. All right, it says, verse 14. Then the Lord Yahweh said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name, right? As we know, people like Nate the Snake, right, who know the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, but lie to the congregation about the name, right? Say you can call him anything you want. Say that nobody knows his name. And we won't receive his name until he gets here. Saying that MOTB is sin and just going off on the breakdowns. Right, leading people to destruction. Same thing what I was saying about the icky vicky, the jab, right? That was happening around 2020, right? Telling them that they can go take it, do what they need to do. These are the false prophets that are leading people to death and destruction. Man, it says the prophets prophesied lies in my name, right? I sent them not, neither have I commanded them. Neither spake unto them. They prophesy. This is why he had that dream that he had lost the oil. Right? They prophesy unto you a false vision and divination and a thing of naught and the deceit of their heart. Right? I believe it was also something they were saying as far as when it came to the Gerber troops, man, in Jacob's trouble. Right? But I'm not gonna go too far in that. I can't really remember exactly what they were saying, but basically it's just going into them lying about the end time prophecies. As Apostle Taha said, he believes that it's some sincere brothers in them, but right now they're leading people to death and destruction. Right, not even giving the people the true name to lead people to salvation, man, and to that true substance. Right? It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I sent them not. Yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed, man. Right? So all the lies that he was teaching his congregation, all of that's going to have to fall. It will fall upon his head, man. You know, this is why he had that vision of the congregation beating him with bats, man. You know, and the people, verse 16, to whom they prophesy shall be cast out in the streets of Jerusalem because of the famine and the sword, and they shall have none to bear them, their wives, nor their sons, nor their daughters, for I will pour their wickedness upon them. Right. So this is what's going to happen, man. For you know, for the Israelites falling behind false prophets, man. You know, it happens. It continues to happen, man. You know, people got to understand that every time that we, you know, have been scattered, you know, every time we have been in captivity, you know, our people fall into wickedness, man, and start falling behind the heathen, worshiping their gods, you know, celebrating their folly days, you know, becoming a heathen themselves, basically, becoming a stranger. All right. Now I wouldn't technically call them a heathen, but becoming a stranger, right? That's the proper way to say it. All right, becoming a stranger, becoming a Gentile. All right, so still today, our people are still being led astray. Right? This is why you need the proper teachers, man, like GMS, the apostles and elder apostles of GMS, right? My elder of the Lions Den Camp, a Harwam, you know. The ones that's really feeding the people the true substance, right? Which is those living waters that stem down from the Most High through his only begotten Son, right, to us. All right. It says, therefore thou shalt say, this word unto them, let my eyes run down with tears night and day, and let them not cease. For the virgin daughter of my people is broken with a great breach, with a very grievous blow. If I go forth into the field, then behold the slain with the sword. And if I enter into the city, then behold them that are sick with famine. Yea, both the prophet and the priest go about into a land that they know not. Right. It says, hast thou utterly rejected Judah? Hath thy soul loathed Zion? Why hast thou smitten us, and there is no healing for us? We look for peace, and there is no good, and for the time of healing, and behold trouble. We acknowledge, O Lord, our wickedness and the iniquities of our fathers, for we have sinned against thee. Do not abhor us for thy name's sake. Do not disgrace the throne of thy glory. Remember, break not thy covenant with us, man. Right, and that's the elect pleading with the Lord for our wickedness, man. You know, to you know, basically we need healing, man, in the times of trouble which we are in, right? To wake us up out of that wicked mindset, you know, and to turn back to Him, so we can be healed. Right, in that time when Yahweh Shah shows up with healing in his wings, man, you know. So back at Jeremiah 50, right, because just like in Maccabee, first Maccabee, I believe that's 2 and 10, all these nations have had a hand on us, man, you know. Matter of fact, let me grab something else real quick. Jeremiah, yes, 10. It's like 10 and 18, and it reads, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will sling out the inhabitants of the land at this once, and will distress them, that they may find it so. Woe is me, for my hurt, my wound is grievous. But I said, truly, this is a grief, and I must bear it. My tabernacle is spoiled, and all my cords are broken. My children are going forth of me, and they are not. There is none to stretch forth my tent any more, and to set up my curtains. For the pastors are become brutish, and have not sought the Lord. Therefore they shall not prosper, and all their flocks shall be scattered. Behold, the noise of the brute is come. And it's basically just going into how, because of us following behind the ideas of our wicked leaders, man, that was in the state of Israel. Not the state of Israel, that was in Israel, right? Even talking about today, people like Nate the State, Snake, Wi-Fi, GC, all of them, have, false leading teachers, man, right? And they're leading us like they always have, right, into destruction, man. These are the same spirits that's back to receive their judgment. Again, they're the same false prophets that was false prophets back in the day, right? All right, so I just wanted to grab that, basically going into my tabernacle is spoiled and all my cords are broken. My children are going forth of me, and they are not. There is none to stretch forth my tents anymore and to set up my curtains, for the pastors are become brutish, man, and have not sought the Lord, right? Because they're basically seeking riches into themselves, want to glorify themselves and lift themselves up instead of looking into the wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right? So they teach the people for lasciviousness, man. They teach the people for, in a covetousness way, man, right? Making money off the word, right? Gaining riches off the word, worldly riches, instead of building their riches up into the heavens, man, by teaching the people the truth, leading the people back to the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. In Jeremiah 50, right? Jeremiah 50, move left off at. You're right. All these governments having their hands on us, right? First Maccabee 2:10, right? They have, back at Jeremiah 50:6, my people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains, and they have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place because we have been scattered. So we have been to all these different kingdoms, right? All these kingdoms have had a hand on us, man. It took our spoils, man. The commandments was only given to the Israelites, man, right? Those even King David spoke on that. Nobody else had the commandments, man. Law, statutes, commandments, right? Until they took our spoils, man. Just like when they took the covenant, the Ark of the Covenant. I believe that was the Palestinians, man, and they went through hell. If I got the people right, I might have them wrong, but I believe that's in Samuel somewhere, 1st or 2nd Samuel. That's something I'm gonna have to go back into this week, refresh myself. All right, it says they have forgotten their resting place, man, because we have been scattered. So now they fall victim to all these false idols of these different nations, man, and their ways of these nations, right? Which ultimately is going to lead to the destruction of the place where the Israelites dwell, right? Because they're not in their homeland. They've been scattered. So to deliver them, they have to be gathered, right, and passed under the rod. Now it says, verse 7, all that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, we offend not. Right? So this is what Esau, Edom, the head heathen over all the heathen nations, right? They feel like they haven't sinned because the Father turned his face from us, man, for our wickedness, for us falling behind them, right? So they feel like they can do whatever they want to us, right? And they feel like the Most High is with them, right? Now, they have to understand, right, nothing happens without Yahweh ordaining it, right? But he's only dealing with them on the left-hand side, right? But who is the righteousness of this earth, right? Who is this earth made for, right? It was made for his right hand, right, which is his only begotten son, Yahweh, right? So, the Lord allowed them to raise havoc and to put a hand on us because of our wickedness, but they took it a little too far, right? They went far as tearing off our skins to make lampshades, instead of doing like what Saul should have did, when he went in to kill, I believe Samuel, the Lord told him basically, hey, kill them all, right? And Saul didn't do that, right? He kept some of the cattle. I believe he kept one of the kings alive too, right? But he didn't kill all of them heathens, man. So instead, what these Edomites do, they take it like 10 times or a million times further, right? Instead of just killing us, right? They wanted to turn us into, instruments of pleasure, instruments of, some type of invention, like going into lampshades, using our skin as shoes, feeding our babies to alligators. Man, I mean, you can go on and on, as far as how wicked they were to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. They really took things way too far, man. Hanging us while they let dogs, tear off our private areas, so on and so on, man. They just, they don't really know what war crimes really are, man. Even as slaves, they felt like we was their property, so they could do whatever they wanted to us, right? And that wasn't really the case, man. Yeah, they were supposed to put us in bondage, right? But they went way too far with things, man. But again, we're still oppressed in this place, man. Spiritually, physically, it's still killing us out in the streets, poisoning us in the air through our food, through our music, spiritually. It's no rest here, man, at all. Anybody who finds rest in this place, right, you truly are of the world, and you are of your father, the devil, man. All right, it says, we offend not because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh, the habitation of justice, even the Lord Yahweh, the hope of their fathers. Remove out of the midst of Babylon, and go forth, and this is spiritually, and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans, and be as the he goats before the flock. Right, continue to lead people to the marriage supper. Lead people back to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by teaching the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that they're the Israelites, right? They're God's chosen people. That this is the reason why we're better than all the other peoples in the face of the earth when it's dealing with sports, inventions, just our basic everyday living, man. We're cleaner than them. They don't even, Esau don't even bathe with rags, bro. Like I've heard stories where they only wash their hair and let the soap do the as it rolls down, as it goes down to the floor. They consider that being clean. Like all they did was wash their hair. It's like we the ones who taught y'all how to be civil, right? But they call us all these bywords, and they call us savages. When they're the true savages who came out of the dens of the rocks, man. It says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly. Is that what I would just say? Yeah, an assembly of great nations from the north country, right? And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. And see, a lot of people don't believe that America can be taken, man. But the scriptures say that he was going to raise up Gog and Magog to come against, right? Which is Russia. It says their arrows, and then when you go into the Salakia, sorry about that. And then when you go into the, you start researching on what nuclear equipment that Russia has, man, you'll find out they got the Satan 1, Satan 2, the Poseidon missile. You can go on and on and on. They have so many different nuclear missiles, man, that can go straight from one continent to the next, straight out of their missile silos, and straight over here to America, man, and hit their mark. All right, it says, from thence shall she be taken. Their arrows going into those ICBMs shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. Right, as the scripture say, and none shall miss their mark. Right, verse 10, and Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord Yahweh, because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced O ye destroyers of my heritage. See, the Lord is pissed, right? Yeah, he allowed y'all to overcome us, right? But again, y'all took it too far. Ye destroyers of my heritage, right? They wanted to completely wipe us off the face of the earth, man. That's the perpetual hatred that Esau had for his brother, and has that stems through their bloodline. Same thing, man. It's Cain and Abel all over again, right? Jacob and Esau, right? That same hatred that Cain had for his brother and that Esau had for his brother. We still, and we are those children, man, you know. And Esau's children are still have that same hatred for Jacob's children today. This is why we over here under their foot today, man. Right? It says, "Oh, ye destroyers of my heritage," man. Right? They took the Ark of the Covenant. They took our laws. They took our heritage. They destroyed us as a people. Right? Took our language. They took everything from us, man. We truly have no resting place, man. You know, this is why we have to teach our people who they truly are, right? But they want to call us African. We're not African, man. You know, we're sons of God, man. We are the true living sons of God that's here today, man, on the earth, right? The ones that he has chosen to be part of his covenant, man. You know, and these people today feel like that everybody can be part of that covenant, man. The Lord chose, right? He chose who he chose, and it just is what it is. And the rest of the heathens, man, they can't stand it. They hate it. You know, they want Esau wants his birthright back, man. And he's not going to get it. It was never meant for him in the first place, man. You know, because just like how Cain fucked up when he tried to sacrifice, right? Esau did the same thing, right? He did the same thing, bro. Like, he gave up his birthright for a morsel of meat, man. You know, where's the love and respect that they have for the Heavenly Father, man? They had none. Cain had none. Esau had none, and the Edomites have none today. This is why they can praise and worship whoever they want, right? And they'll try to argue you down that the Lord is going to save them. When the Lord was never dealing with them in the first place, man. You know, only through the left-hand side, right? Because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of my heritage, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass and bellow as bulls, man. Right. And what was Esau's blessing, man? I believe that's Genesis 27, around about the 39th verse, right? Esau was blessed with the fatness of the earth, man. And he was going to gain it through the sword, man. Right? And what's the modern day sword today, right? As we saw him do that in dealing with Greeks and the Romans, right? Dealing with the iron, right? And what's the modern sword today, right? Those ICBM missiles, man, right? That's the ultimate sword or arrow, right? Today, ultimate modern weapon today, right? That they have in their powers, right? Kaiser Wilhelm, man, right? He has become the destroyers of worlds, man. You know, by going and creating those type of nuclear bombs, man. Fat Boy and Little Man. You know, same thing that was dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, man. Right? It says, verse 12, your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Right? It says, because of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited. Talking about America, man. But it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Right? And that's the point of this video, man. When I saw that particular article, right, this place will become desolate. This place, and the elect will be delivered out of it, right? But this place will become desolate for all the wickedness that has been done in these lands to the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and for all the idolatry that's in this place, right? And for the Lord to be able to take out his indignation on the head heathen, which is Esau, Edom, right? All right, so Lord willing, matter of fact, I'm gonna grab something else real quick. Let's go to Obadiah real quick. It's Obadiah, verse 15, 1 and 15. It's only one chapter. All right, it's Obadiah 15, 1 and 15, and it reads, For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Right? So all the heathens, right? Esau, Edom, Elam, Moab, Ammon. I mean, you can go on and on with the rest of the heathens, right? All of them have, for everything that they have done to us, right? As the scriptures say, all these nations have had a hand on us, man. You know, and all of that, everything that they have done to us will be done unto them. Those who have led us, those who lead into captivity shall go into captivity. Those who kill with the sword shall be killed with the sword, man. This is the faith and the patience of the saints, man. You know, and this is our prayer. This is our faith. You know, and we are patiently waiting for the Lord's vengeance, man. You know, so for one, he can be in rulership and the earth can be made afresh, right, and be refreshed. And we can live in righteousness, man. Never sinning again. Death will be defeated, right? It's gonna be beautiful when that day comes, man. You know. It says, For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near upon all the heathen, right? All the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head, man. So just like how you have used those, as far as Esau go, you have used those ICBMs to destroy, right? And same thing is going to come upon your head, man. All right, when those 200 million warheads fall onto your head, right? It's Joel 3. All right, let's go to verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them. Right, and see, today we're over here in America, right? Been sold to these Edomites. It says, and I will return. It's like it says, Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head, man. Right? This is why they have to go into their 1,000 years of slavery, right? Also, they have to feel part of that fervent heat, right? That they have pushed onto these other nations as well, man. You know, I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord has spoken it. All right, so just going to, man, you know, everything that these heathen have done is going to be, you know, brought upon their own head, man. You know, they're gonna have to suffer for all the things that they have done to us, man. You know, First Maccabee 2:10, right? What nation have not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils, man? You know, this is why all of the heathen, right, gonna have to be punished in that time, man. All right, let's go to 2nd Esdras real quick. Salakia, just pre-show came to my mind. 2nd Esdras 16. Yeah, 16 and 6, right? 2nd Esdras 16:6. May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire and stubble when it has begun to burn, right? Who's gonna be able to stop this, man? You know, the things y'all have done, y'all are gonna have to, you know, y'all have to pay for that, man. You know, what you do to others shall be done unto you. Salaki. All right. So who may quench this fire that's prophesied to happen to America for all the abomination they have done to the world, man, to the elect, right? It says, verse 7, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer, right? But once those ICBMs get shot off, man, World War III, nuclear destruction, right? The prophecy of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right? Once those missiles get shot off, who's going to be able to stop it, man? Who's going to be able to turn those missiles, right? Nobody, man. Nobody. The Iron Dome ain't going to be able to save nobody. Any technology is not going to be able to save, because the scriptures say the Lord is going to put his spirit into those missiles, man, and they will not miss their mark. They should, I believe it says something, roughly paraphrasing, they should thrash through or something like that, right? Basically, they're going to hit their mark. It says, verse 8, the mighty Lord sendeth the plague, see? And who is he that can drive them away? See, the Lord did that, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? Right? No one. He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? Right? So, when the Lord show up, man, it's everything that's prophesied to happen is going to happen, man. And nobody can stop it. Period, man. Right? So when the Lord show up, he's going to utterly beat their behinds to powder. Verse 12, it says, the earth quaketh, and the foundation thereof. The sea arises up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. Right? As the scriptures say, the earth's going to rock to and fro, man, from all this destruction, these ICBMs, going off at one time, like figs falling out of a fig tree is what it's going to look like, All of that hitting the earth at one time, man, it's just going to make the earth just rock to and fro, right? And, different missiles being shot in the waters, ICBMs, the Poseidon missiles, all this stuff is going to cause a lot of earth rocking to and fro, and having the waves, big waves coming out of that situation, For strong is his right hand, talking about Yahweh Shai, that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp. See? That he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss. When they begin to be shot into the ends of the world, man. Figs looking, falling, it's going to look like a shaking fig tree, and figs falling from that tree, roughly paraphrasing, man. So when the Lord shoot these missiles off, because we've done lessons, man, where you see, it's been on the news as well, in different different sites that have documented that what they call UFOs, which are the chariots of the Lord, right? The angels in there riding in their chariots. The so-called UFOs hovering over nuclear sites, right? And basically making the place go haywire, right? And then even if they tried to push the button, they couldn't shoot the missile off even if they wanted to, because the angels had took control over the place, right, over the plant. And just going, I might try to do a lesson on that here shortly on one of these days this week. But the Lord has control over all of this, man. So even if they wanted to start World War III, and the Lord's not ready for it to happen, right? He's going to send, just like he did multiple times, man. You're going to see them angels in those chariots flying around or hovering around those particular sites, right? Causing, havoc and making sure nothing happens without the will of the Lord, man. They can't overstep the Lord. It's going to happen in his time when he wants it to happen, right? As far as the Most High, because Yahweh Shai doesn't even know when he's going to return. Only the Heavenly Father knows. It says, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to shoot into the ends of the world. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards. Even so, the plague that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Right, and that's what we're seeing now: the plagues, the pestilence, the famine, right? Rumors of wars, the uproars of the people as we see these Nazi organizations coming out since Donald Trump has been inaugurated. Right, this is civil war coming, man. Which is going to lead to those Gerber troops, martial law. And when all that happens, man, the Lord says he's going to lift up a standard against them, man. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Shalom and DTA.